What's up, my people? It's Kelvin. I'm back again. If you can't tell, I'm a bit sick, but I hope you guys are doing fine. And I already told you guys, today's video is about self-love. So welcome to my video and my advice about self-love. Anyways, let's get going. Let's get this started. The first one I want to talk about is loving yourself comes from being able to trust yourself, And what I mean by that is when you make promises, follow them. When you tell yourself, I'm going to make sure I take 10,000 steps today, make sure you do it. When you tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym 4 times a week, make sure you do it. When you tell yourself, I'm going to eat healthier this week, make sure you do it. When you tell yourself, I'm going to read more books, I'm going to make sure I do this, that. You know what? You know why that's very valuable to self-love? It's because it's like a mental thing, right? If you had a friend and every time they tell you, I'm going to come over, I'm going to do this, I'm going to, and every time they cancel on you or they don't turn up, how you going to feel? Terrible, right? So what makes you think that telling yourself and making yourself these promises is not going to affect the way you think, right? And not going to affect the way you see yourself? Because you know yourself, you don't trust yourself because, like I said, every time I make a promise, you don't follow through. And I've been like that in the past, but I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to, and I've realized that as it gets better, as, I start getting better with this whole, knowing myself and kind of following the promise I make to myself, I start realizing that it's really easy to start loving yourself because, like I said, you have that initial trust in yourself, right? I've got bullet points I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to leave it in the description, so that you guys can go over it if you don't want to watch this whole video, because, yeah, I did the same too. Videos can be very long. But the second point is, it's really one that you have to come to truth with. You have to admit to yourself, no one is coming to save you. It's a harsh truth. It is really hard. I know sometimes we think life is unfair. Life is, why, I just want someone to come save me. I just want someone to, come help me. When I was younger, I used to think a lot like that. Like, I just want someone to, give me this sort of, what's the word? Give me this sort of amount of money. I want someone to come help me get my work into galleries. I want someone to come help me record this. I want someone to help me do this, help me blah. Every day I want someone to help me. You get me? But then I realized we have free will in this world. Why don't we take advantage of that free will and and grab these opportunities? Because, like I said, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to give you these opportunities. No one is going to give you your dream job. No, you're not going to be sat there. Someone's going to walk up to you and be like, hey, you want a million pounds? No one's going to come up to you and say, yo, you want to be a millionaire? No one's going to come up to you and say, yo, you want happiness? No one's going to come up to you and say, shit, you want to lose weight? I'm going to make you lose weight or some shit like that. No one is coming to save you. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one there because it's really self-explanatory. Go over it. Think about it. Every time you're thinking, oh, I feel sorry for myself, blah, 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 think about it. No one is coming to save you. And by the way, in the background, I'm watching Heinz. If you don't know who he is, I really highly recommend him. Really peaceful guy. Like, when you're watching him and kind of hearing about what he talks about, he kind of goes over this topic too, like self-love and stuff like that. And I think he's an amazing YouTuber, so check him out. I'll leave him in the description too. Heinz here. Now, the third one is stop judging others, because how we judge others is an indication of how we judge ourselves. And you know that this one's true. You hear me? If you don't, let me explain it. So basically, how we judge other people is kind of an indication of how we judge ourselves. Like, for example, I used to have this thing where I used to judge a lot of people of how loudly they speak or how they speak, really. And I realized that it comes from a subconscious kind of self-consciousness that hold on, I have a self-consciousness of how I speak, because I stutter a lot when I speak. I take a lot of pauses, when I speak, and I was self-conscious about that. So when someone is speaking loudly, I'm like, bro, what the fuck you on? Like, you get me? I used to judge a lot of people based off how they speak and stuff like that. And I realized that it's not, my self-consciousness is not going to go away if I don't stop judging others. And we know this a lot, especially in our Ghanaian community. We know that I mean, if you're Ghanaian, but if you're not, maybe in your community you have it too. We judge a lot of people based off unnecessary things, based off the clothes they wear, based off how the hair looks, based off how the skin looks, based off so many stupid different reasons. And until you stop judging others, I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, you're not going to be able to stop judging yourself. And that is going to be a big block for your self-love journey. So stop judging others, alright? The other one is, this one's it's a rough topic, is stop getting attached easily, alright? So one thing that I've realized is that people that get attached easily are people that are not used to love, right? So any small indication of love from someone else, let's say, a little touch on the arm, let's say a little kind smile, let's say any sort of acts of intimacy, they take that as love, because they will find any little place to look for love apart from within. You get me? But the best way to find love is really through is within. If you can't love yourself, I'm telling you, I'm sorry to tell you, you cannot have love for others. You might think you love others, but you don't know that you're using them to compensate yourself for, your bad feelings or you not being able to love yourself. So I'm telling you, if you really want to get a relationship or even have a better relationship with people around you, learn how to love yourself, because it's going to be a big key in deciding who to love. Obviously love everyone, but also who to give your intimacy to, who to give your time to, because people who get attached easily, they get taken advantage of very, very easily, alright? So take that advice, alright? Stop getting attached too easily, alright? And look for love within. So there are a few actions to help you love yourself more. So doing activities by yourself. One thing that I pride myself in is that I love doing stuff with myself. You can see me, and I don't know, going on a walk by myself. You can see me going to the gym by myself. I go to events by myself. I went to this fashion show by myself towards the end of last year. And one of the best experiences I've had. That show was beautiful, you get me? Because, like I said, you're with yourselves, and when you're with yourself, you're kind of forced to interact with other people around you. You don't have to, but, it helps you become a bit more friendlier because, like I said, you're with yourself, you're not with your group, because when you're with your group, you're kind of within that group, you're not kind of looking to socialize or talk to anyone else, you get me? You don't really have to, but like I said, do things by yourself, right? Spending some time alone. Spend some time alone can be through when you, I don't know, like just reading, or just kind of when you wake up, meditating or praying. Because in the morning, that's when you're most kind of peaceful. Your mind is most active, even though it doesn't feel like it. Because sometimes we be tired when you wake up. You get me? Kind of just meditating or praying. Because during those times, you can have conversations with yourselves. And one thing that I think is so underrated is having conversations with yourselves. Like, reflecting on what you've done or what you've done the week or why you made a decision, because the amount of times it saved me from repeating the same mistake. Like, let's say I did something and I'll just sit there and I'll be like, what made me do this? I'll get to the root of it, because a lot of times we try to kind of just push things to the side, and the problem about that is that when you push it to the side, it's really going to come back. You get me? When you throw it at the wall, it's just going to bounce back. You feel me? So what you have to think is that get to the root of it, get to why you made that decision, why, you can't stop doing what you want to stop doing, why you keep not, fulfilling the promises you make to yourself, you get me, why you keep doing those little things. And yeah, so I think that's something to ponder over, kind of just reflecting over the things that you've done throughout the week, or decisions you make or actions you make. There's nothing wrong with that. It helps you get a clearer mind or a clearer understanding of your decisions. And this next point is really something that a lot of people that I've met in this world are guilty for. It is caring what others think. Sorry, caring what others think, because I don't think I have to go into too much depth with this one, because I think you know how bad this is, because this is one of the biggest block, in my opinion, of being yourself, of loving yourself. Because you know what stops people from, let's say, going to a cafe by themselves, caring that they might look weird? Do you know what stops people from going gym by themselves? Caring that they might look like they don't know what they're doing, or caring that people are gonna judge them, or caring blah blah, caring this, caring that. we really need to stop caring about what others think, because we have to be our true happy selves. Because the thing is, think about it this way: people are gonna judge regardless of what you do. You get me? Stormzy tried to make a fund for black kids to get into Oxford. They said he's racist. You get me? You could find a cure for cancer. Someone is gonna find a way to heal you. So what I'm thinking is, why care what others think when they're gonna judge you for anything that you do, anything. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about, I know that other people are gonna judge me, but I really could not care less. Like, it's the worst thing you could do for yourself, caring too much for others think. You know, when you're dressing, you know, when I was young, I used to be very self-conscious of how I dress. Like, you know, I used to wear black clothes a lot because I'm trying to fit in. But now, when I stopped caring about fitting in or trying to be like others, I feel more comfortable with my own skin. I feel comfortable wearing clothes that I really like and, you know, doing things I really like. So I think that's one of the biggest blocks, is caring what others think. You get me? So why don't you do what makes you happy? Because niggas are going to hate regardless. So do what makes you happy. All right? And this last point is a quote that I saw, and I think it's just something so that you guys could go over. It says, your love for yourself sets the standards for others. And I don't know if you get what I mean by this. It's like, how you love yourself is going to regulate how much other people love you. Because have you not realized that them people that get bullied the most are the people that tend to talk about themselves in the worst way possible? Like, they'll be talking about, like, oh, you know, I'm worthless, I'm this, I'm that. If other people see that, they're going to think it's all right for them to talk to you like that. You get me? Because you're talking to yourself like that. So why won't they do that to you? You get me? And when you love yourself, you don't make room for other people's stupidity or other people's misfortunes to affect you. You get me? Because other people are going to come in your life with unnecessary shit. And you have to be able to love yourself to kind of push that shit away and focus on yourself and love yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to keep getting dragged into other people's shit. So your love for yourself sets the standards for other people to love you, right? But today, I'm actually going to go do some shopping and shit. I'm going to show you my outfit of the day, though. I think it's hard. Of the day, check it. So, got this top from ASOS, Collusion, you get me? To the back. I'm saying, cargos, Boohoo Man, get me? And these shoes. That's the way it goes, man. You get me? It's something simple.